I want to wish you all a happy new year, and I hope your 2024 was filled with mass shredding and major steezing, as the youths would say. I want to issue a challenge to everybody in this year coming up in 2025. I've gone on here and I've spoken at length at my frustration at mountain bike YouTube and the bike industry as a whole. I think that I want to use this platform, as I've said, to shed light on creators that deserve it, who are smaller and work hard. And like I said, I would love to make those people feel like they are appreciated, because some of my favorite YouTubers are really small content creators, and just put in a lot of time, and really good writers, and again, they're not the Remy Batalliers of the world. So the challenge I want to issue everybody is this going into 2025. I'm guilty of this too, and I really think a lot of people are guilty of this, just in general on YouTube. If you come across a video you watch, if you come across a channel you watch, if let's say you're going on a trip and you find a channel and you watch a trail preview and you like it, instead of just leaving a like, why not subscribe to them? If you stuck around and you enjoy it, who cares that they only have 300, 400 subs? Throw them a sub. People appreciate that. I've been really guilty of that in the past myself, and as I've kind of gone down this journey of what direction I want this channel, where I feel like I want this to go, is I've tried my best to kind of sub to those people, and honestly, I've been really pleasantly surprised. One of the channels is Freeride Quebec. I've never met the guy. I've very rarely spoken to him, but I was looking to go to Bromont, and his videos are great. I don't even speak French. He speaks English too, but he mostly speaks in French because I believe that is his native tongue. And it's great. All those places up there, like Empire 47, Sentier du Moulin, I think I've said that right. That's awesome. And who cares that? I don't know how many subs he has, but I don't care. I really like his videos. I look forward to when they come out. The same goes with a guy, Downhill Will. I think he's got less than 1,000, and he's one of the best riders I've seen in the Northeast ride bike parks, and has a really infectious personality, and I really like that. Same thing with a guy named Jake that I saw ride out in Trestle Bike Park in Colorado. I think he might have 500, 600 subs, but it's like I subbed to him and we've spoken, and he's been really cool, and and I think people really appreciate that. I've been guilty of doing the whole a lot of people watch my videos, especially on Mountain Creek, but nobody subs. And honestly, like I said, at the end of the day, yeah, it is what it is. But it's funny when I sit here and I go, why is no one subbing to me when I do the same thing and I watch videos of people at different trails like Frederick Watershed or Mount Penn or something like that, but then I don't sub to them in return. And it's kind of this. I had this at work one day. I had this light bulb went off in my head. I was like, I am part of the problem. Like I said, I'm never looking to be the next global mountain bike network. I'm not looking to do that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't cost me anything to sub to these people. And there's a lot of smaller creators, like the couple I've mentioned, guys like Venture, guys like that. They're fantastic, and I enjoy and I look forward to their videos more than some of these other big creators, because they're not overly edited, and they're not super highly produced, and they just seem real. They seem raw, and they seem like I can relate to them, and I really appreciate that. I know, just like the majority of you listening to this, that I'll never ride at the level that a Matt Jones or a Remy Batallier that they ride at. But I think that's cool for one thing, but I also at the same time too, I really enjoy somebody who rides similar to me, a little bit better, a little bit worse than me, riding trails that I would want to ride. Especially if they put their personality into it, and they just be themselves. I really appreciate that. So going forward, I really challenge people to, when you watch videos and when you do, sit at night like we all do, sit up at night and, before bed, or when you get home from work, watch YouTube videos. If you liked the video and you had it on for a while, why not throw them a sub? You might be pleasantly surprised. And that's something I'm trying really hard to do. So that is my challenge to everybody in 2025. Don't worry about if that channel's got 500K subs or whatever. It's like I said, some of my favorite mountain bike YouTube channels have, 2,000-3,000, subs. And I don't think the bigger channels always are the best. I think a lot of those times these bigger channels have to kind of keep up with the Joneses and follow trends and do things that set them apart. I mean, there's very few guys like Remy that can just go to different places in the world and just be himself and ride and explain the trail and whatever, and you keep coming back. I think a lot of these other places, it's either really personality driven, or it's chasing trends or making something unique that the algorithm can really latch onto. Like, I personally, I don't love bike challenge videos. I really don't. Are they interesting sometimes? Yeah, sure. But honestly, most of the time, I just want to watch some sort of trail system POV footage and get a real feel for what this trail network is like. Had I not stumbled across Sage's videos on Mount Penn and places like Trexler, I probably wouldn't have packed up the car and drove out there. So that's to me what I want. And again, I'm just a guy, as I always say, I don't think that my opinion's better than anybody, but I really want to challenge more people to just not care about these really big channels. And especially if you're someone who puts videos out there, return the favor. You can't expect people to just sub to you for the same reasons you're not subbing to somebody else. So I think we all need to help each other out, and that's a big thing with me, and I've been really trying to get a little bit better with that. And going forward, I challenge everybody to do the same. I really do believe that smaller mountain bike channels are the backbone and the real authentic part of this this kind of niche corner of YouTube. A lot of the really overproduced, over-edited videos from these big networks, they don't feel authentic. And I mean, they might be entertaining, but I've said it in the past, I do believe that mountain biking, what's so special about mountain biking is just going and getting lost in a trail network out in the woods, wherever. And I think those smaller channels feel that way. And, they might not be as flashy, they might not be as polished, but I still love them. And I really, 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 really hope you, whoever's listening to this, give those channels a chance. Because it, again, for somebody like myself that has, I think, 306 or 307 subs, somebody who throws a sub, it makes them happy, and it makes them want to keep doing what they do. And some people, like myself, will continue to do it regardless. But again, I challenge you to not worry about that, and if you like somebody, go out and sub to them. So again, I want to wish you all a happy 2025. I hope you have a great year, and I hope 2024 was just as good, and I hope everybody's holidays, regardless of what you celebrate, was awesome. And hopefully you don't live in the Northeast like I do, and you can ride very soon. So until then, go out and ride something.